probably watched the video about Polyplay tournament, and that was still kind of easy. Now we get into the tough stuff. METAPLAY #1. Also on Wikipedia. This time, $10,000 as a prize pool. And I finally had at least a little help from someone. My long-term friend, Vito, now known as Kiyomi. I'm gonna use those both names the same. He asked me like if I want to get some help with the project. I was like, sure, you can help me out a little. And he said that he can do the graphics, he can do videos. That was really needed help that the tournament and basically the whole management needed. We even got a new streamer, observer. His name was Fightig, and he helped us with at least one day of the tournament. But we had to plan it out. It meant to be in December. I started to work in November, and even though we thought that it's gonna be quite easy to talk with all the people, again, it was me doing most of the work. Obviously, Kobe messaged the guy from Russia that was doing the graphics, and also did pull the funds for the tournament. And I was promised that there will be everything. Like, there was going to be studio, there will be paid casters, paid admin, that are meant to be Sobos, and also paid observer, that meant to be Fightig. And well, this should have been done. Cool. I was not unhappy with this. And so I got to work. I've had to write around 50 teams to at least make few of them say yes to the tournament. Again, it was a new name, and this time we said that it's gonna be on LCH TV. But when I finally got all the info, 1 week ahead of the tournament, and I sent it to LCH TV, they sent me a response back that the tournament is not prominent enough to have it on LCH TV. And so the first promise was broken. We will not have the LCH TV tournament. It will be just on Wikipedia and only on the Twitch stream. And it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, just from this point on, because the promises were starting to fall apart. 3 days before, I finally managed to get all the info from the teams, set it up into the scoreboard, set it up into the Faceit hub this time, because I wanted to have more control over it. And we started to have some internal problems with Fighting and Sobos, because they've tried to give us advice to me, Vito, and Colby about the project, how it should be ran, and where should we go with the steps, how the graphics should look, and actually how it should look like in their perspective. But I was in charge, and I was about to tell them that I want it like this, and will not change. We took some of their ideas and adapted them, but we couldn't redo the whole logo, we couldn't redo the background colors. It was already set and down by MetaPlay, so we had to keep it strict there. And just 2 days before the tournament, I realized that we have no videos that will be ran or played in the breaks between the maps. So I did 4 B-Hub videos, short ones for the ad breaks, let's say. And then also I had to do 6 interviews for the program with the players. I've asked a guy from Maybe, that was Torik. Then it was a guy from Big Omen Academy, and also a guy from Nexus. So it was quite fun, not gonna lie. I enjoyed those interviews and at least had a little laugh about it. Even though it was kind of forced, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to do that, but I wanted to have some content, unlike the first tournament where there were just static breaks and some music. 1 day before the tournament, I finally got info from Kobe that there will be graphics sent, there will be observer cameras ready, and also they want some promotional videos about a crypto coin called MetaPlay coin, and some of their other projects, like some games, blockchain games. I've never heard of them. I've only seen them on the ads. But I've said to him, I don't want to promote it. Not myself. If you want to play the videos, you can. I won't promote anything like that. And Vito did the same. We didn't want to have anything same or anything in connection with these crypto things. So he said, yeah, okay, then we will have the videos. Kobe even got a video from the owner that was talking about a coin, how prosperous it will be. Yeah, wait for the end. So finally, it's the Friday 2nd, and we are ready to get going with the tournament. I've had to pick up Vito because we decided that we're gonna stream it from home, so he can get to Brno together with me on the next day. So the group stage has begun 30 minutes before the match, because I had to pick up Vito. I took the car, went to a train station 1 hour away from here, and picked him up, got him to our home. And on our way back, it was starting to get spam messages from Fatigue. Where are we? We're gonna set up the stream. We are still like 20 kilometers away, so it had to wait. And we somehow came just in time at around 4:50 p.m. and started to set up the stream, set up webcam, set up mic, talk about what we're gonna say about the teams, who's gonna play first, because we again decided to have some things playing on the stream. It was only one stream, and the other streams that were not us, they were external, like people want to stream it by themselves. We had to give them the GOT VIPs, but we didn't have time. Again, it was almost just on me, because Vito instead prepared for his stream and also talked with my brother, that was right next to me, and his friend. Overall, it was quite hectic. We were screaming at each other with Fatigue over the broadcast breaks, because we haven't had anything set up. There was no HUD, we didn't pay the license, so we've just played the stream with only normal HUD, as CS has it. And somehow, with 1 hour delay, we've ended the stream quite well. Meanwhile, I was casting. I again had a laptop here and had to be an admin and talk with the players and the teams, who's gonna be on stream, who gets the IP or not, who's gonna now start a match, who's gonna go next. But finally, we somehow, even through these hectic times, got to the bed at around 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. and woke up at 6. We had to rush to the train to get to the Brno. The exhibition center was the place where should have been the studio. But when we came there, we somehow got through the gates without a pass. We've talked it with the security guard, and he told us, yeah, you can go to the studio, it's like on the other side of this exhibition center. So we ran to the other side. We had like an hour to go till the first stream starts, and we haven't found it. We were running around the whole exhibition center, and we couldn't find any sign of the studio. So we finally got to the security guard that was on the entrance from the south gate. And he told us, like, yeah, it's in this hall C or D. I can't even recall what was the real place. But that was still not enough. The instructions were so unclear that me and Vito got to the tennis court center and asked, like, is it here? And they told us no. Obviously, we couldn't really do anything about it. But somehow, finally we got contact on Kobe, because I didn't have data, I didn't have credit, and Vito got to him and asked him, where is the studio? We are lost in a windy, muddy winter in December in the exhibition center. And 10 minutes before the cast meant to start, we've got info that it was on the other side. So finally, we get there, we wait for the guy that was in there, the producer, to come down. And he opened the door and introduced us to the whole studio, to the guy that was in the director side, because there were like 3 people: director, producer, and second audio producer. That was like all cool. We've had professional setup. They had like 10 screens, 10 PCs, and there shouldn't really be a problem with the stream. But there was already delay. We knew that it's gonna be a bit longer, and with 30 minutes into setting up the scenes, because nobody told them to set that up previously before we came. And so we came there and told us this scene needs to have this background, this logo will be here, we're gonna be standing here, and it was all cool. Like me and Vito were producers or co-producers with the producer there. We've talked with everything we needed. We've also went to the other part of the studio where we will be analyzing and casting the matches. It was huge. It was pretty huge. Whole green screen area, even had a table there. Then there was second room with the PCs and cooling and screens where the observing side was done. But when we came back to the observer, he asked us whether we have a license for Lexagrind. That's like the plugin for the HUD that meant to be shown on stream. And we've asked Fightik, and he said, no, we don't have it. And so what's next? What we gonna do about it? We can stream that without a license, otherwise there will be some problems with the law and with the guy that is owning the program. So I decided that I need to pull out my credit card and pay it on the spot. 20 years of my own money. That's pretty interesting to go on the job and then pay for something like that. Not mention that I had to pay 50 euros to ePlayer for a promo article, and at least 40 to 60 euros for skins that were as the giveaway. And again, I was mostly the guy that was doing the content for MetaPlay because I didn't have any permissions or let's say access to their socials. So I was only the guy from my own profile that was spamming the things. I was also spamming the Discord with Sobos that was online. He couldn't come, unfortunately, on Saturday. So we decided that we're gonna do it on our own with Vito in the studio. So finally, around 1 hour and 30 minutes later, after the schedule should have been started, we started to analyze and cast the first match. But I'm never the person that does only one thing. I was also talking with the players on Discord to start other matches. I was also the guy that was on Faceit, starting the matches for them. And also I was the guy that was talking with the producers about the schedule that was meant to be run. Of course, I had it all prepared. Whole schedule, ads that were meant to be played, videos that were meant to be played in the breaks, and obviously the logos and all the needed materials that were for the stream. But somehow I was still the guy that was running away to the studio or producer to tell him that now we are cutting it, we get a boss, and then we go in. So it was kind of hectic again, do 3 things at once. And again, we were quite unpleasant to each other, like to Sobos and Fightik and back and forth, because we were so stressed out from the cast that we couldn't even get the communications right. Even though now we are kind of okay with it, we talked through it, that it was a blemish, it was a total mess of the cast. And we finally ended the stream on Saturday. I went to bed around 10 p.m. At a hotel. Again, it was paid for, so that was cool. But we woke up around 11 a.m. to finish it off on Sunday. The last day of the broadcast. One last best of 3 without any delay, without any problems, even faster than expected. So we ended around 5 p.m. Got on the train back to our homes and to online school or online uni the next day. But it was still not over. It's cool that we've already done all the admin work. We've talked with the teams, prepared all the stuff, and done the tournament with the cast, with the producers, everything. The only problem was the mess started after the tournament. Firstly, I got a message from someone that meant to win a giveaway. And not the skin giveaway, but a giveaway for 100 euros in crypto. And I didn't know anything about it. It looked like, or allegedly, the owner said to boost up the stream, and to pull more people from crypto on the stream, they're gonna have giveaway 5 times $100 in crypto. 3 people never got the money. Never ever. I'm not sure if they ever gonna get them, but they never get the money that I promised. Then those ads that were meant to play it, they were in a shitty quality, really shitty. Like the games, I didn't even know what they meant, like how they meant to be played. I just seen the ads in the broadcast after I came home, and I was like, "What is this? It's not even a game. That's some mining technique. I don't know for crypto or anything else." And yet. That was still okay because that was not my problem. It became my problem that 3 teams, or actually 4 teams, that won the tournament. It was in the era Dynamo Eclot, M1 Eden, and Singularity were meant to be paid out the prize pool. And yes, $7,000 and $2,000 and twice $500 were meant to be paid in US dollars. Yes, meant to be. Because when I asked Kobe, like, what's going to be the payment, he told me, that payment, it needs to be in crypto because the owner doesn't have the money in US dollars. I was like, are you okay? Is he okay? Giving people money in crypto in these additional steps. The guy from In the Array told me that he wants to take it on bank account. The guy from Dynamo Echo wanted me to sue the company and give it onto the bank account. But I don't know, that was not my problem. But I was the one getting blamed for that. That I couldn't pay the money, or we couldn't pay the money in dollars, but in crypto. That was so damn sketchy. And even though, luckily, after 3 to 4 weeks of back and forth, the money was sent in crypto onto the accounts of the teams, and then we withdrew the money. So at least we were done with this. We were done with the tournament. I gave away the skins to the winners on Instagram, so that was okay from my side. Vito was paid, Fighting was paid, Sebas was paid, the studio was paid for. Actually, the studio cost like 1,000 euros per day, per single day. Because obviously, they've had 3 people working there with on the production side. Then there were those green screen spaces that had to be rearranged, that had to be animated, so that took along. And also they were just re-innovating the studio, so that also took some money. So it meant like $2,000 went just to the studio, a few $100 went to me, and also that was not only for the casting and analyzing, because I've done both things. I was also the admin, I was also the organizer, I also was the guy that was middleman in between the producers and Kobe and the whole MetaPlay. And somehow the studio got paid on time, and even earlier than expected. But as casters, it took almost 3 weeks to even get the money. And luckily it was paid, and when I lastly seen Kobe in Brno, when I went to pick up the money, he told me in McDonald's that it was big success, that the MetaPlay will be planning to do more tournaments, they want to do more events, so we can cash out a little more and make some money. And I was happy with that. I even had like this imaginative state that like I could have like this money every month, and I could quit school and just make a living out of this. But before Christmas came, Twitter of MetaPlay said the same damn thing as Polyplay. We were hacked. Yes, another rug pull from the same owner, where now the coin is stable at around 0.00069 coins, or dollars per coin. I expected that. I've never trusted in the crypto, and neither to this funding a tournament that has been delayed by so much. It's because of the money. I didn't even know that I will have the money for the teams on the day of the tournament. I didn't know that the caster or Vito and the admins were paid. That I can pay from my own pocket for skins and to ePlayer promo article. It was crazy to pay it from my own pocket, not from the pocket of the MetaPlay. Eventually they paid it to me back. That's cool. Like I won't be mad at it because mine returned. But overall, if there was more people on the project, obviously I did most of the work on the admin side. Vito did some graphics. Kobe did talk with the management and graphic from Russia. It was FIT did great work with the observing and also adminning the tournament. Yet, if we would have the money certain with the tournament, I would be more glad about that. Even though I did some of my mistakes, I have let people do things that were not supposed to do, like give out info about the tournament before it was released, that fighting against elbows did fake info, or try to do work for me but eventually failed it and costed more nerves of the teams that were meant to be playing already when they were on delay. And even some free wins had to be delivered, and we even had like 16 teams at the start at the group stage of a Swiss system. That was still going quite well. I was typing out the Google Sheets when I was casting to give info to subos to let the other teams go to play. Who's gonna play next? And of course, if there were more people on this project, it would probably go more smoothly with less nerves, and maybe we even would have a bigger attention to this tournament. Just prepare it like a month before, but I had like teams 1 week before the tournament ready, and that was kind of too late to have it on LSI TV. And I'm gonna lie, the guys that wanted to have GeoTV streams on their own channels, many of them didn't even get the IPs because we were too busy with other stuff. So if somebody wants to have a tournament and wants to help to co-organize it, I can help, but I need more people to get help with the tournament because I can't do it on my own. Even though I did like 5 people work, I can't do it all on my own because it's too much for one person. One day is like $10,000 on the line, or $5,000. It's too much on one person. But overall, it's a great experience to be in both studios, work with some amazing people that were there, even in the content side or in the side of graphics. But with crypto, there comes always a chance that it's gonna fail. And luckily, it failed after the tournament already ended. But as a future, I think somehow the tournaments will be more backed up by crypto, and unless they'll pay me in dollars on the year or euros, it's still cool to run them because it's so volatile that I can't trust it. That's my own opinion. I won't give it to anyone. That's just my point. And I think it's worth it to end it here. Thanks a lot for watching both the parts of the case study into how to not run crypto esport tournament. And hopefully something brighter will come tomorrow. Be safe, don't invest in crypto, and play a lot of CSGO. I wish you the best of luck. Have a nice day, and see you soon.